3 hours isn't very long.
I just presumed we were making a gingerbread house.
That aside.
Whoa!
A waste of time in some areas.
You have to bake it to the shape that you want it.
We've got some structural integrity.
Barry's now soiling his path.
Barry!
Oh no!
I've not done that in years!
Better. 'Tis the season.
Welcome back, and oh boy have we got a festive treat for you, an ultimate chef skills challenge. Our three normals have got just 3 hours to design, create and decorate a gingerbread house.
No!
There will be 2 badges up for grabs. One of those is teamwork and one of those is a creative decorative badge. 3 hours isn't very long, so your time starts now.
Okay.
Where's the recipe?
All the ingredients are weighed out, you just need to do it.
Melt some butter. Flour, butter.
What's that? Taste it.
Demerara
That's
sugar
demerara and like honey, syrup.
Right, so we have butter melting.
Yes.
We're basically going to chuck it all into a bowl. We're going to mix it together and then we're going to add some spices for flavouring afterwards so we can get the balance right.
You're going into there?
Because now it's a little bit soft. It'll melt,
Okay,
it'll melt more now, won't it?
Yeah, good, great. Teamwork.
What is iso malt? Do we know what that is?
Yeah, it's pure sweetness that's low in calories.
It's so good to have you here.
It's like me.
We've got 2 people in the kitchen that can read. It's like you. Sorry, no, teamwork. Right. Teamwork.
Better. 'Tis the season.
Do you bake the walls in the shape that you need them, or do you bake something and then cut?
Surely, if you try and trim afterwards, it's going to break, isn't it?
So do you have to bake it to the shape that you want it?
100%. I think we need a chalet sort of look. Like you want the roof coming over the top. You want like
Barry, set expectations at the right level.
I want a Swiss chalet.
You want to make a ski lodge?
I want a ski lodge.
So hang on a second. We need
Let's do it.
4 walls and 2 roof pieces.
Yeah, and I want glass all across the front.
Oh, mate, that's a big old...
That's a bit lumpy, it's fine.
Fine. Oh, boys.
Why are you doing that? We've got a mixer.
Yeah, it's a good point. We've got some structural integrity.
It's the first bit of integrity we've ever had.
Flavourings.
Ginger, mixed spice, and some nutmeg.
How much are you going?
About this much.
Lovely. Right. That needs more ginger. Oh, this is great. I feel like we've got... Happy?
Fiery.
Fiery. Perfect.
A little bit of Christmas panic, but you've had 15 minutes already.
So I'm just trying to like go structurally what we're looking at.
We need to really get a wiggle on.
We do.
Do we know how long it takes to bake gingerbread?
The length of time to bake your gingerbread will depend entirely on how thick it is. If you roll it out on one big board, you can then use cookie cutters, make excellent gingerbread men or star shapes and hang them on your tree at Christmas. Do one big sheet, cut, 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 peel away the trimmings, and what's left can be placed onto a baking tray.
So this is 4.5 by 8 currently. So
Centimetres.
Centimetres, this size. So I was thinking I was going to double it. Do you want me to triple it, quadruple it?
I just presumed we were making a gingerbread house.
Well, look how big the sheets are first. So how big of it? How many of these sheets can we make?
How many do you want to make?
How many can we make? How much gingerbread do you have? So it's either going to be 9, 16. Double check my maths. 4.5 times 3 is.
Baz, I trust your maths. Just go for it. If you're confident with it, we'll trust your maths.
Yeah, so that's, oh God, Pythagoras is going to be there.
Right, what we could do as well, Baz, why don't you cut the size and the shape that we need and then write on the baking paper side 1, side 2, side 3, like that.
That's
so that we then know what's what.
Start cutting some and getting some in the oven, and then you can worry about the other pieces.
13.5 by 24.
Right.
I need 4 of them, please.
Time warp, whatever you build today will be used for our live show last week. If you're doing this at home, a really easy hack is to buy pre-rolled icing. And they often come in very square boxes. That is the template for your house. Just use that.
That side, that side.
Whoa!
Do you want doors in it now?
Score.
I think we need to cut it out.
But where's the support going to go? Right, slap bang in the middle.
Okay, do a door off centre.
I can't now, I've done it in the middle.
That's the back then, it's the back. It's the back, turns out to the back.
Back door.
Okay, yeah.
How big's your back door? And is it central?
Evers.
How's Santa getting into the house?
Oh, you're right.
I've got some stuff for a chimney here, but I don't want to complicate things.
What's the angle of the pitch on the roof? Because then you'll know what angle to make your chimney.
Yeah, Evers, shut up. Barry, what do you need me to measure and cut out?
We need to commit on windows and doors on that front.
Good news is we've now got Christmas tree-shaped windows.
Are you timing these or just bung them in?
You can bung them in, but just remember which ones went in first.
To give you a clue on isomalt, there's actually no instructions on the bag. Oh. It is a alternative to sugar. It's like a slightly less sweet, but it is colourless, odourless, tends not to caramelise, so you can colour it yourself. All you need to do is heat it up so it's liquid, and then it sets again.
Barry!
Oh no! I know what we should do with that leftover. Roll it out and make a garden or like a patio area.
A decking.
Put it alongside, it'll make the house feel bigger without us having to do anything, and we use up the rest of that.
With gingerbread, you want something that, if anything, is overbaked and brittle. It tends to be for decorative purposes rather than eating purposes. Barry's beginning to soften his sugar paste.
We have a left wall, boys.
Yeah!
If you're enjoying this, there are some small things you can do that make a big difference to us. Like the video. Subscribe if you aren't. Click the notification bell and select all. Thanks.
The biggest gingerbread house was built in Texas about 9 years ago. The house was over 18 metres long, 12 metres wide, and over 18 metres tall. It took 31 kilograms of ground ginger to make it spiced and contained a whopping 35.8 million calories. 35.8 million calories. There is also a real-life gingerbread town in southern Germany. It literally looks like a picturesque, well-preserved historic centre that looks like everything you're currently building.
Sidewall, roof.
Okay, cool. That's already come out. What's in there then?
The patio.
Okay, cool.
Teamwork, boys.
I've not done that in years.
If I do garden and decorate
As long
that,
as you can keep it flat, then yeah.
I know.
We've not made this impossible for you. We have given you coloured icing.
That is amazing, thanks.
So I'm going to make royal icing. We need royal icing.
Yes, great idea, Spat.
Right.
They are pretty sturdy, they're looking great, about the right thickness, about the right colour. If any of them break in this construction, you might not have time to do them again. Another top tip if you're doing this at home, you can begin to shave the bottom of your gingerbread just so it's level. What Barry's working with here is sort of subsidence, I think. That way you end up working without kind of cracks and unevenness. I can see through the bottom of Barry's back door, and that's where the rats will get in.
So annoyed by this one.
What's the problem?
I cut this one too short.
Perfect place for a side chimney.
Nice.
Right, I've made royal icing by whisking egg whites with a ton of icing sugar, tiny little lemon juice in there as well. It's now stiff peaks going into an icing bag, ready to ice wherever we need it.
We've got some more gingerbread, so let's just cut another piece to the right size to fill that hole.
I'm just saying, if we've got any more gingerbread,
I'm covering the roof with that snow as well.
Yeah, like you would the edge of a cake. Because I think when it does drip, it will actually drip.
Big moment, see if this was cut right as well. If in doubt, stretch and tug, stretch and tug.
I'm attempting to make some spun sugar igloos. I've greased a ladle, putting some of Barry's melted sugar over the top. We'll see what happens.
45 minutes left. The other good thing about isomalt is it is actually okay with humidity. So whereas caramel can go a bit sticky if it gets damp, isomalt is pretty good even in slightly moist conditions. If you're doing this at home, another great suggestion, frosted shreddies. They make great roof tiles.
It's been about 24 hours and I've just got to the end of docking this thing. But I've got grass texture, and the reason I'm stabbing this and being so particular with it is because I'm going to put desiccated coconut over the top.
You'll need some more characters. Grass will be laid. We'll need some snow on the board.
In hindsight, a waste of time in some areas.
That and a wet fingertip.
Nice and smooth, feckers. 20 minutes. Starting to take shape.
Yes.
Yes!
Finishing touches. 7 minutes.
I've got an Ebbers allotment patch, carrots, onions out of fondant, and we'll put them on the patch.
Oh yeah. Sorry, they're all facing the same way.
Barry's now soiling his path. 1 minute. Tomatoes are coming in. That other classic December veg.
Whoa!
Boys, your time is up. That is a gingerbread house. It's not just standing, but it's also been decorated. Well done.
I hate to say it, but even as a 35-year-old dad, I'm proud of that.
Boys, can I break out of character now? Because enough Scrooging from the side. I think that is brilliant.
Thanks.
Absolute.
Whoa.
For 3 hours of work, teamwork, might I add, I think that's really impressive. For that reason, straight off, I think you all get the teamwork badge.
Yes.
I would not deny that of you. It was a great team effort. However, when it comes to decorating badges, I have a few thoughts. Baz, you're up first.
I'm here.
I think ultimately it was your design, your measurements, that both gave you a house and let you down in your holy roof.
Team leader though, great team leadership.
Great team
overall.
leadership, once I succumbed to it.
And it was the first time you used isomalt, and you used most of it, but you were able to stick it all together to have your blue icicles. The only criticism was there are still strands of sugar just about everywhere. But all in all, along with the caricature of Santa on the roof, great effort. You're going to get a badge.
Yeah!
Rotate.
Someone's not getting a badge.
Jamie, whilst you have excellent plating skills, the badges to prove, and creative badges, it's probably fair to say it's not your forte.
It wouldn't be my first choice.
That said, you provided all the characters that bring life to the scene. Your piping was pretty good. I think the only thing perhaps next time is you could consider fine-tuning the nozzle for a bit of finer pipe work around perhaps the windows and doors if we're being picky. But all in all, your bigger items contributed to bringing the scene together, so you also take a badge.
Oh, yes!
Careful. Careful.
I nearly punched it.
Mike, the majority of your efforts were in rolling out cutting out, measuring. In the early days, you just cracked on with it. And then you hid yourself away in the corner, and I saw very little of what you did. Until you brought it to the front, and the finer details in the snowman and the veg patch is the most precision that any three of you put onto the board. I love the character of the snowman. I appreciate the turf, even though it's covered up, but come spring when that melts away, we'll see it again.
Well worth the time.
It would be rude of me not to also give you a badge at Christmas. And that sounds like it's not deserved. I think it looks great.
Well done.
Which means you all get both badges today. It is Christmas after all, but this challenge does not stop here. In the new year, we have the ultimate finale of our Chef Skills Challenge. You've all gathered badges throughout the last couple of years, and we have an ultimatum ahead of us. A 3-course feast to prepare for a table of actual experts. Stay tuned for that in the new year. And it was a decorating badge, but I also had a good nibble of one of the gingerbread pieces, and it was great. It was warming, it was spiced, it was very Christmassy. It was that perfect combo of sweet, spicy, and delicious.
Well, I've learned that if I'm ever going to build a house, I'm going to get Barry to design it, but not the roof.
If it's made out of gingerbread, I've got you covered.
Well, over to you guys. Comment down below. What did you make of our 3 normals' effort in their gingerbread house? We love to read your comments. And if you're still stuck for Christmas presents this close to the big day, we have a few digital subscriptions available. All the links are downstairs. You can go and get those, gift those to your loved ones. Everyone is happy at Christmas.
And also, thanks to everybody at our live show. We're also selling this for charity.
It's not worth it.
Who's buying that?
Download it for £1 to see more.